All right, let's get into it then.
Alrighty, welcome to our first episode of Story Stories D&D. We are going to be playing D&D 4th edition with modified rules to make things a little bit easier since we suck. And we're pretty much just going to jump right into it. So with me today, we've got Matt Allen and we've got Chase, and they are going to be playing some D&D. I'm Gilmore and I'm the DM, so
What up?
welcome. Alright, so jumping right into it. A few nights ago, each of you had a bit of a scary dream. You saw before you a golden city of light, and glowing above it a star of pure energy. The star fell from the golden city into your outstretched hands, but before you could grab onto it, it was snatched from you by a fist of purple and gray smoke. Each of you woke the next morning in a cold sweat and found something strange on your bedroom doors. A piece of parchment with only two things. A symbol, 6 stars encircling the sun, as well as a single word, Saa'raal, which you both know is a port city in the land of Amonland. You meet on the open road by a stone marked with the same strange symbol, and each of you followed directions that were in a letter tacked onto your pillows that have led you to this place. You don't know who broke into your houses or into your apartments or wherever you were
They're pretty
sleeping.
fucking sneaky.
Yeah, really.
It was on my fucking pillow.
Yeah, it was like...
I made my
tacked on
character a
right into
hobo,
your
so
head.
I mean...
Yeah, for you,
Yeah.
you just
Oh,
rolled-
someone smoking.
It was on the
smoking in my
rock that you
ditch.
usually set your head against.
Yeah, and so you've met at a crossroads just outside of the port city of Saa'raal, and you walk up to each other, and here we go.
All right.
Should we introduce our characters?
Yes, you should definitely introduce yourselves.
Okay.
All right. So I'll look at you, and because my character, I'm a Solgria, which is essentially like imagine an elf character. Now, typically, you're a dwarf, right?
Yep.
So typically, the dwarves and elves don't really necessarily get along. But I'm making my character more of a like a humble character. That's why I made him like a hobo, so he'd be kind of like, humbled instead of being like a rich elf and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'll walk up and I'll say like, "Good day to you. Do you know your way around here, sir?"
And I am a red dwarf, so I've got black skin.
Okay.
Dark black skin, like red eyes, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yep, red glowing eyes.
Yeah, so, and I'm your run-of-the-mill dwarf, like strength and honor, like just like fighting to prove your worth, very stubborn, wise, but unintelligent,
Okay.
and very charismatic.
Okay. Cool. So I'll say, "Do you know your way around here?"
And I'll say, no, I don't. This is my first time being here.
Oh, it's mine too. What are you here for?
I found a note on my door that led me here.
No way, me too. Well, if we both found this note on our door, why don't we travel together, see what's going on here?
I don't normally travel with your kind.
I'm not like my kind.
Oh, fair enough.
Just going to accept that. All right, yeah. So as you're talking, the strange symbol on the rock near to you vanishes, and you distinctly notice that this image has disappeared. The stone splits in half perfectly down the middle, and the two halves of the rock sort of move away from each other like that, and they rise out of the ground as two pillars. And the two halves continue to rise until at their plateau they make sort of an arc, almost like a doorway.
Okay.
Beyond this stone arc is a staircase that looks as though it's been built into the earth, and it just goes down into a sort of underground hallway that is completely pitch black.
Okay. All right. So what do we do?
Yeah.
So I'll turn.
Have you got light?
Actually, you know what? I'm a mage, so do I have fire?
With prestidigitation, you can
Light
create
orbs.
lights.
All right.
Basically
Make yourself
sound effects
useful
on
and put up the light.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the prestidigitation on him to make him glow.
Okay.
Instead of like making an orb, I'm just gonna make him glow.
Okay. All right. So you are now a glowing red dwarf.
I'm not taking that off you too. You're gonna glow all the time.
Take this blasted magic off me.
All right, fine. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Also, I think it does have a limit of like
All right.
10 minutes or
Fair
something
enough.
like that. But yeah.
So what I'm gonna do actually then is I'm going to take the orb and I'm gonna try and throw it down the hallway and see if I can see anything into the
Okay.
in the darkness.
So the way that prestidigitation works, though, is that you have to affect an already existing object, or it has to be an illusion. So
Okay.
the illusion itself doesn't cast light.
So
You would have
use your
to
staff.
Yeah.
like use your own staff, or use yourself, or like a coin or something.
What is your staff? Just like a stick, or does it
I
have
think it's like a
something on
walking
it?
stick,
Yeah, it's
kind of like
basically
an
a
old
walking
man
stick.
walking stick, but I'm not
Yeah.
that old. I'm just like
You're just poor.
homeless,
Yeah.
so I picked it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll use it on my staff.
Okay. So your staff starts glowing light enough that you can now see in the darkness. As you sort of look down the stairs, you notice that they don't go down that far. It's basically just tall enough that you would be able to fit in it. So it's around 6.5 feet or so into the earth. You obviously, Chase, don't have any problem
Yeah,
because
no qualms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So what do you do?
I start walking down the stairs without a care in the world.
All right.
No regard for who's behind me or who's going to follow me. I'm there to figure out what I want to get done, and I don't care who's coming with me.
I'll come with him.
I don't care who's
I'll
coming
follow
with me.
behind him.
I'm going with them.
All right, wow, that's pretty good.
Alrighty, so as you both enter the passageway, torches actually light up
Hey.
along the sides, rendering what you did completely useless, Matt.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, like most of the things that you're going to be doing this campaign. So yeah, the torches are light up along the walls, and as you're walking along this hallway, I need both of you to roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get. Add your religion bonus.
Religion. All right, I can do that.
So, quick note to people watching this: the way that we're
buddy.
playing is they are going to be rolling against my rolls, adding their bonuses
That was an 8.
instead of more
Okay.
traditional
So
rolls.
8 plus 5, 13.
Yep, go.
13.
Yep, 13.
Okay.
16.
Hey.
Okay, so you both sort of feel this strange presence reaching out to you as though fingers are like running up and down your spine. You hear a whispering voice saying, "Go back," and then the voice vanishes as quickly as it came.
I don't trust it. I don't trust that voice.
I will not go back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going with you, man.
So you keep pressing forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you take a few more steps forward, the arch that was behind you closes and sinks back into the earth. So you're now locked in this underground hallway. But you can see that at the other end of the hallway, a light has sort of come on, and it looks like natural light. And it's only about like maybe 20 feet away from you or so it's not like a far away thing.
I'm going to try and look around in the hallway, see if I can see any symbols or anything like that.
Okay, roll perception for me.
Yep. Got a 10 plus 4, so 14.
14, okay. Oh, okay. So you look around, and yes, you do see some strange symbols all over the walls. And there's no point in rolling for this because it's in a language that you would never be able to recognize. No one would read this.
Okay.
You seem to think that it's maybe an ancient language or a lost language, but you can't really tell. The only thing that seems to recur over and over is the same symbol that was on the rock and on the note that you found, the 6 stars around the sun.
Okay.
So that seems to be a recurring image. The rest is unintelligible.
Okay. So I'll turn to you and I'll say, what do you want to do here?
Can I use my insight to check the symbol?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll insight for me.
What do I roll? D20?
D20 and then add your insight. Yep.
9.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you do kind of recognize it, or not recognize it, but you get a feeling that this symbol is a religious symbol, but it doesn't match up to any like religions that exist nowadays. You also get sort of a comforting feeling from it, so it doesn't seem to be like a bad thing to you. Yeah.
All right. So I'll turn to you and I'll say, you know what? No sense going back. Why don't we press on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I can't argue with that.
All right. So you go through the tunnel.
Yep.
And you come out. There is another staircase, identical to the one that was behind you. And as you go up, you're back in daylight. Now, you were probably a few hundred meters or so away from the port city. You were at the crossroads. You walk out, and you are smack dab in the middle of the city.
Oh, cool.
So the tunnel closes behind you almost instantly and without any sort of a sound, and the people around you don't seem to notice. You're in a bustling like city center, but no one has looked at you as though it's odd you just sprung out of the ground. To the north of you is a huge fortress. To the east is a huge gate that seems to be the only way in and out of this section of the city. You can also see that to the south, the buildings down south are a slum. They're more like dilapidated. And to the west, you can see the actual port and the sea. And in the port are tons of ships, different types of trade ships and warships, some of them bearing the insignia of the Divine Empire of the Sun and the Legion of Light, their standing military. And none of them are moving, though. They all seem to be anchored in the port. So before you can do anything, though, an old Solbria steps towards you and sort of waves at you, like trying to get your attention. He has the normal pale yellow skin of a Solbria, so very similar to your character, Matt. But he looks really old. Like, he looks like he's reaching the end of his life. Long white hair, long white beard, that sort of stuff. And he's wearing robes. You get a sense that he's probably a magic user as well, so...
Hey, I like him already.
You like him already. I assume
I've got my weapons at the ready.
Okay, so you're ready to go. Alright. So he flags you down, and he says, "Oh, you finally made it!"
Yeah, what's up? Why are we here?
What's the meaning of this?
So he sort of just ignores what you're saying and continues talking as though he's like monologuing or something. So he just brushes off that you said hello to him and brushes off that you don't like talking to him.
I mutter under my breath.
Okay, so he says, it's. I'm not doing the voice the whole time.
No,
you're a bad DM
also,
then.
No. Fine, I'll do the voice.
You don't have to.
Blur that out. Okay, so he says, it's been a while since I've asked for any help, but I need your help. I assume both of you got the notes that I sent you. You don't need to answer. I know you got the notes. And he mumbles over and over about not being able to remember, and that he's looking for something. So he just keeps repeating these, and then he says, "So, are you ready to go?"
Where?
Yeah.
To the hidden library, of course.
I'm not much for books.
Oh, that's a
There's
good
more than books in my library.
I'm all about books, so I'm down.
There are books in my library.
Well, we've come all this way.
Excellent. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Wilmiel.
Oh, okay. See,
So he outstretches his hand towards both of you, and yet neither of you. He sort of like just holds it
lunges
out
in
to
the middle?
Yeah, to the center.
So I'm going to go into the middle, and I'm going to shake his hand, because I was
Okay.
like, I like you, sir.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
so
do.
you like him, and he seems very happy that you're shaking his hand, and then he turns and looks specifically
Just
at
spit on the ground.
Okay, so you spit on the ground, and he just sort of has this nonsensical grin. He's
Yeah.
sad with it, he's okay.
I like this
and
guy.
he takes his hand back. And then he goes, "All right, it's time to go. We have to find the library. Very important. There's a lot of things going on. End of the world. The void's going to come through, kill everyone. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. But wait, no, it's going to be a horrible time. And we need to get going right now. Which way do we go?"
Oh, for Christ's sake, you fucking brought us here.
I brought you. Why are we here?
I'm going to ask, Sir Wilmiel, do you have someone that's taking care of you, maybe, or somewhere?
No. I take care of people.
Okay. Is there maybe a home that you escaped from?
And he looks at you and goes, My home is Mogliru. I live in the world. Do you not live in the world? That's kind of strange.
Seems like you're on another planet,
I
sir.
want to hand him the note without saying anything. The note that he left on the door.
Oh, okay. And so at that point, a dark sort of cloud comes over his face. Like he looks suddenly really serious. And he goes from this nonsensical, not knowing what he's doing, instantly to very serious and knowing what's going on. And he says, "Oh yes, the library. I've lost my library. I know it's hidden, but it's not supposed to be hidden from me. Something's happened. The library houses an artifact. Something very important to me and to everyone. They don't know it, but this library is the epicenter of something horrible. I don't know. My mind, it's not been clear this whole time. I sent notes. I was looking for help. And I need you to find my library for me before we all die.
Okay. Did you leave
scared of your library.
Oh, it's not the library that's going to kill us. It's what's in the library.
What is in the library?
There's an artifact that's been hidden for generations, called the Star of Fla'hana, and it is the only thing keeping the Dark Lord of the Void from ripping our world asunder. And I seem to remember. Who are you?
We're your caretakers. We're taking you back to the home.
All right, lead the way.
Oh,
we need to find the library.
Okay.
The only thing I remember.
At this point, I just walk over to the nearest wall and start leaning against it and drop my weapons and cross my arms, look the other way, and wait for it to all finish.
Okay. So he mumbles to himself for a little while, and eventually he finally says, I remember this city. This is the last place I was before my mind started going. Maybe someone here can point us in the right direction. And
Sure.
He suddenly looks really, fragile. He looks like he's very concerned for his own health at this point.
Okay. So I'm going to ask him who here could help us.
And he smiles, he's all happy again. And he
Hey.
says, well, I find that the best thing to do is either to talk to the locals or maybe talk to some people in charge.
All right. Okay. So that's our first quest here, I guess. All right. I like it. So what I'm gonna tell Will Miel is I'm gonna take him very gently to a park bench and sit him down.
So you walk him over to one of the benches that's in the main. You're sort of in a main town square type thing, and you sit him down, and he is really happy to be there. He's very pleased to be sitting.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell him, all right, buddy, pat him on the back. You stay here. We're gonna go get some help, and we'll figure this thing out.
Righto, I'll see you later.
Okay, all right.
I want to do a perception check to see if I can find anyone of note or a building of note around
go
me.
ahead.
Oh,
What is it?
21.
Oh,
okay, all
nice.
So you see through time and space, and you look around and you see that there aren't actually a ton of people around, but even though it's bustling and people are moving around, you notice that people are sort of just scurrying from building to building. They're not really sitting around in the market or conversing and things like that. And you've noticed that there is a huge amount of guards. Guards are on every door, and they're adorned in plate mail of basically iron inlaid with gold.
Yeah.
And you would both automatically recognize them as legionnaires of the Legion of Light, which is the standing army of the Divine Empire.
I'm going to... You know what? Actually, you said they're slums, right?
Yeah, the slums. Yeah.
I'm a pretty slummy-looking guy because I'm a hobo, been living in a ditch. I feel like if
we're
any...
talking about your character. He looks homeless.
No. So I feel like if I can get anyone to talk about anything is somewhere in the slums.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm going to walk over to the slums and look around if that's coolio.
So as you walk towards the slums, you walk towards one of the streets that would lead in there. There are two guards. They're both Solbria as well, and they're in the armor.
Hey.
They immediately hold up their hands and scream, "Halt! None are allowed to pass between districts at the moment."
I'll ask why.
Okay, so one of them says, the entire city's on lockdown. There's been a murder.
Who was murdered?
The son of Lord Saa'raal, the guy who's in charge of the entire port. Where have you been?
I don't get out much.
Yeah, I can tell. And yeah, he sort of looks you up and down, sees your tattered robes and stuff, and are he's not too impressed. He's not angry with
Well, that was
with
scary.
you or anything, but yeah, he's not too impressed with the way you look.
All right. So I'm gonna level with him. I'm gonna say, all right, from one Solgaria to another, I got out of that district before this whole thing happened, before the whole murder happened, and I just want to get back in. I want to go to my house, and I want to go to sleep. Can you let me back in the slums?
I'm gonna say diplomacy.
Diplomacy?
Roll D20 and add your diplomacy.
All right. Oh, that's a 3. Plus a 1, so I got a 4.
Okay, so he sort of shakes his head, but he...
Oh, shit! Oh, I rolled the wrong one. I rolled the D12.
Okay, just
Well, that
reroll
would
the
change
other.
your roll. Okay, re-roll.
Okay. 10 or
18.
16. Yeah,
Okay.
18.
All right, so instead of him saying
17.
no, you can't go through, he says, all right, that makes sense to me. I mean, you kind of look the part. You may as well go in. Sorry, we're
On edge.
really having our guard captain Laval. He's really breathing down our necks right now. Lord Saa'raal is in another port city right now, so Laval is the only one trying to take care of this whole murder situation, and we don't have enough troops to search everywhere, so
All right.
I apologize for being rude.
All right, and I'm gonna say it's not a problem. You're just doing your job. Keep on doing your job, and then I'll walk in the city.
Yeah. Okay, and as
Okay.
you leave, he sort of like salutes you, sort of
Okay.
like they stand at attention.
Good, good, good.
Pass.
Okay. First of all, I want to find a lone guard.
Okay.
Just a guard wandering on his own. He's not accompanied by anybody else.
Okay.
I don't want to chuck a rock at his head.
Okay.
Well, he's not looking.
die.
Well,
Okay,
he's not
so
looking.
roll a d20 for me and add your perception to it.
Okay, so that's 17.
Okay,
No,
so-
wait. Yeah, 17.
We were getting
17.
good rolls
Yeah,
today.
that's pretty good. So yeah, you actually do see a guard.
I'm not trying to kill him or anything. I'm just
No.
trying to get his attention and piss him off.
Oh, okay. So, so that was to actually find a lone guard. So you do see a lone
Yep.
guard just walking among the throngs of people.
Yeah.
So now you're going to throw a rock, right?
Yeah. 18 already,
okay.
so.
Alright. Yeah, that definitely beats what I have. So, so yeah, you pick up like a small rock, like not a pebble, but like a
Yeah.
just
Just
small
a rock.
You fling it, and it dings the side of his helmet.
Okay,
and,
so-
and he immediately turns around and goes, "Hey, dwarf! What are you doing in
And
these
I'm-
lands?" And he walks towards you.
And I'm gonna take off running.
Oh, okay. All right.
and I'm gonna dart around a corner.
okay.
Oh.
And as I'm waiting for him to come down the alley, I'm gonna knock him out.
Okay. All
Or
right.
gonna try.
Gonna try. Okay. So, so yeah, you run and you find like a little alleyway, and as he's running, he's still screaming like "halt!" Blah blah blah. He just wants you to stop.
Yep.
As he turns around, I need you to roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Oh,
to it.
you better get this roll. This is like the most important roll. If you don't get this roll.
A 6 plus my strength?
Yeah, your strength
Oh,
modifier.
your strength is good. Oh.
1. So it's a 7.
Okay, so you swing to hit him, and you hit his armor, and it doesn't really do anything. He doesn't stop, and so now you're
no.
engaged in combat.
Fuck,
So
This didn't work.
so he's going to. We both have to roll.
Oh,
I just want to put emphasis that I'm not trying to kill him.
Yep.
okay. Yeah, I was just about to bring that
Yeah.
up. That if you're
Yeah,
doing
if
that roll.
you specify at any time that you're not trying to kill someone,
Okay.
damage is just treated as non-lethal.
18 plus 0. So 18.
Okay. That actually beats this. So you actually go first in combat.
Okay.
So you can. So in combat, you have your movement, your attack,
At will.
and then you also have a bonus action where you can do things like anything that isn't an attack or a movement, basically.
Can I use at will powers during combat though as
Yeah.
well? Yeah.
Yep, at will powers can be used at any time.
So I'll use enfeebling strike, or do I have to mark them first?
You would have to take a bonus action to mark them.
Okay, bonus action to mark them and then use enfeebling strike.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
So you have to roll to hit. So roll a d20 and
7.
sorry. What
Is
was
that
it?
the? Yeah, it is a 20.
So, and you're using a melee weapon, so you have to add either your dexterity or your strength modifier, whichever's higher.
Can we switch the colors of the d20s? So like, I know you have a different color D20.
Yeah.
So that like that way we can quick grab the D20 because it looks so similar to
Yeah,
like
sure,
the D12. I keep doing that.
Yeah,
me and him, I
it
just
would be
looking at it like I don't know.
8.
8. Okay. So unfortunately, once again, you hit his armor, and it doesn't really do much. So now he's gonna try and just hit you. Does 16 beat your AC?
I'm 14.
Okay, so he does hit you.
I'm gonna die.
Not gonna die.
I'm gonna be sent to jail. I'm gonna have to bust you out.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna have to bust you.
I got a plan. Don't worry. This plan can still work.
And he deals. He's not gonna try and kill you. He's just sort of trying to hit you with the butt of
Just
his
struggling.
sword. Yeah. But he deals 2 bludgeoning damage to you.
Okay.
So it's
Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay, that didn't count because that hit the edge of the table.
Okay.
Oh my god! It rolled the same thing. Come on, man.
So you hit his armor again, and once again, the hammer that you're using is like starting to kind of dent and scratch the armor, but it's not doing anything to him. So he's going to try and hit you again. He misses.
Good. Okay. Oh man!
Roll a
Miss
5.
again. We're just rolling around on the ground, not doing anything.
He also misses. So you're managing to not get hit.
A full 7.
So it's 8.
8. Okay. So you're still not.
His AC's higher than.
Fuck's sake.
Holy.
He doesn't hit you. This is going great.
This is a tank battle right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
19.
Okay.
19. We got a 20.
If it was a
All right,
natural 20.
So, so are you still using Enfeebling Strike
Yeah,
the whole time? What exactly does your Enfeebling Strike do?
It gets rid of charisma and AC, and also.
What?
Oh, it's Charisma versus your AC.
Oh yeah. Oh, charisma and AC, and it's -2 to attack.
Okay, so his rolls now are at a -2, and does it do damage at all? Oh, it does your weapon damage, right?
Does my weapon damage plus my wisdom and charisma modifier?
It's probably it's both of them. Okay, so roll your damage, which I think for your hammer is a D6.
Yeah.
So just a
6.
normal die. No one.
Wait. Oh, normal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
6-sided die.
Okay, that didn't count, and it was a 6. That sucks. Okay, a 2 and plus my
your
wisdom.
Wisdom modifier and your charisma modifier.
So
Charisma's gonna be good.
wisdom 4, charisma 3, 7. So that's 9.
Wait, what? How's what?
What?
Never mind.
The
No,
modifier,
wisdom.
yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking
Yeah,
intellect.
yeah.
My bad.
So 3, or sorry, what
7.
was it? 7.
It was 9 in total.
Okay. So. Alrighty, so you give him like a resounding smack with your hammer, and
Yeah.
he seems a little shaken by that. He hasn't fallen or anything, but he's pissed off now. So he's going to actually swing at you with his sword, intending to try and like actually hurt you. And he misses, partially because he's used to fighting taller foes, so he's used to fighting not dwarves.
3 missed.
Okay, so you just sort of smack off his armor
Jesus
again.
Christ.
What was it?
He misses.
9. So that's 10.
Okay. Wait, you're adding your
Yeah, I only have 1, 2.
but is it strength versus AC or charisma versus AC? Under your ability Enfeebling Strike. Does it say
Oh, it's charisma versus AC.
so you should be adding your charisma.
Oh, okay. So that's a 14 then.
That hits.
Holy.
Okay.
Okay.
So you hit.
So that's just a regular attack.
Yeah.
And that's a 4.
Hey, there you go.
Now your Enfeebling Strike is an at-will power, right?
Yeah.
So you can keep doing that. You can keep using that ability.
Yeah, sure. I guess I should do that.
Okay.
So that would have been a 11.
11. Okay. Okay, so he's looking a little messed up at this point.
So can I attempt to
Yep.
subdue him?
To subdue him?
Like just
So,
to keep because the purpose of this is I want someone to question but torture at the same time. You know what I mean? Like
Jesus.
I want the answers. I don't want to just ask questions and be brushed off. The whole point of this was to drag him in, trap him, and then get information out of him.
Okay, so you can, you'd be grappling with him, I suppose, so like trying to subdue him, so that would be strength based. So we'll just have a roll off. Roll a d20, I'll roll a d20, and add your strength this time.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay, so I got, with strength, it's a 12.
Oh, yeah, you managed to subdue him.
Yes!
So,
Fuck yes.
So you sort of leap at him, and he doesn't know what the hell to do with a dwarf that is jumping at him, and you're fairly stocky as well.
I don't think I would either, to be honest.
I don't know, jump at me.
Yeah, so you manage to like smash him against a wall, and he just sort of slumps to the ground. He's not knocked out, but he's dazed. His weapon falls away, and you're holding him against the wall at this point. So that pretty much ends combat.
So I think we should go back to you because he's going to be knocked out for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
KO'd. Okay. All right. So I'm walking through the city, admiring the sights.
Okay. So you're walking through the slums. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Any building that stands out around among the rest.
Okay. So most of the buildings are pretty broken down. Like, they're pretty dilapidated. You do see, however, there is a building that's fairly well maintained, that is made of red bricks. There's a gray brick building that doesn't look very, very good, but it seems to have a bunch of people around it. And there's a blue building with a sign that says magic and sundries outside, like hanging above it.
I am magic.
The sign, however, is like kind of ripped off.
I'm gonna go there. I want to go there.
Go there. So you walk into the building, and behind like a really grungy looking counter is a Gaeluan, which is very similar to what you are. Long ears, blue skin, so not yellow like you, very tall and lanky. And he's wearing sort of a very stereotypical wizard's hat, like with stars and crap on it, and it's blue, but it looks like it hasn't been washed in a long time.
All right.
His robes are dirtier than yours somehow, and
I've been living in a ditch.
Yeah, you've been living in a ditch. This he's messed up.
All right.
Yeah, and so he greets you as you come in, but he sounds like he's maybe drunk.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so just a side note, just to like ask before we get started here.
Okay.
The relationship between the Solgria, so me, and the Gaeluan, him. What is it? Is it like, do they hate me? Do they hate my race, or is it just
your
like
people
whatever?
have typically gotten along since the beginning of time.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the first,
All right.
They were the first people to join your people when the Solgria were taking over everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So okay.
So pretty good relationship.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter and say, "Sir, what do you sell here?"
So he's startled by you slapping the counter.
Also, sorry, camera.
you also slap the camera. Great. And he says, "I sell magic and sundries. Did you not read the sign?"
I can't read. I can read.
Okay, so he's okay with that, I guess. He's not too concerned. But he says, well, right now I have, and he looks back at the shelf, it's empty. Like, there's nothing on display. And he says, rope. And he holds up rope.
Okay.
And he says, it's magic rope, though. It retracts.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna, like, seem super duper into it and try and get him enthused. Like, yeah, man, that's awesome. How much you selling it for there, buddy?
1,000 gold pieces.
Do you take kidneys?
No.
All right. Okay, so 1,000 gold, a little out of my price range. Is there anything I can do? Maybe like a quest or sexual favor? No.
So he looks at you and he goes, "You're not really my type."
Oh, damn. I was kind of hoping.
I typically go for women. So he's not having any of that.
Can you shapeshift?
You can do minor illusions. Oh, jeez. You can do minor illusions.
Hold on to that thought.
Yeah.
Walks out of the building, comes back in as a woman.
All right, so I'm gonna say, like, is there anything you need help like done around store or anything like that, or?
How are you about collection?
I can collect things, yes.
Okay. I'm having a bit of a problem. There's this guy over in the port. I owe him a lot of gold, and a lot of gold. Like, the amount of gold you would have to.
Wow.
A lot of gold.
Well, it looks like I have to go over there and do that for you then.
If you could go and talk to him and maybe see what you can do to cover my debt.
Yeah.
We can maybe talk about lowering the price of this rope or any of the other stuff in my fine shop. You look around, there's just dust everywhere. There's
All right.
only the rope.
What's the name of the guy? Where can I find him? What's your name?
my name is Galric the Magnificent, and he sort of like tries to cast a spell, and it's just like like sparks.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna make confetti when he did that.
and he's like, that was good. That was good. And yeah, so Galric says, I don't really know his name, but you can't miss him. He's the oldest guy in the port, and he's sitting
on a bench.
It's the fucking guy that brought us here.
That's what I was thinking.
Motherfucker.
He always sits by a table just covered in cards and dice and other things like that.
Oh,
Say,
I have an idea.
I don't do well at games.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what he says.
I know what I'm doing.
He's just sitting there waiting. Sees you rubbing your hands like a...
All right. So I'm gonna say to him, you know what, buddy? I like you. I'm gonna go talk to him, see what I can do. All right.
Okay. So you leave the shop. He's trying to do the confetti thing as you're leaving, but he just keeps going.
Wait, as I walk out the door, I'm gonna look in the window. I'm gonna go and do the confetti thing, really like crazily.
As Matt leaves, I'm darting out from a corridor, going. Psst, psst.
Okay, so you're like trying.
Because I've still got the guy with me.
Oh yeah, you've got the guy. Okay, so you see your traveling companion sort of poke his head out of an alleyway and like try to flag you down.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Also, side note,
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I see him waving over there. I'm going to, I can see that he's trying to call me over quietly, so I'm gonna quietly saunter over.
Okay, so as you start sauntering over, the confetti sound goes off.
Oh no!
And people sort of turn in your direction. Luckily,
wait,
most of them
when they look in my direction, I go.
Okay, so they just sort of go, mage. They're not too concerned.
All right.
Yeah, so you go over and you run into your red dwarf companion. I don't think we mentioned your names at all during this, did we?
I don't think we did.
No. Okay, so what's your name in this?
So I'm gonna walk up to you when I see you're on the corner. I'm like, man, I didn't even catch your name, and that's how segue. Thank you.
Well, you didn't say your name.
Oh, I want to know your name.
But I want to know your name first.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you my name. I'm Barlock, because that's a good mage name.
Great mage name.
I'm Keldagrim.
Keldagrim. That's a bitchin' name. That's awesome. All right.
So
I immediately forgot it. What is it?
What?
Keldagrim. Okay.
So after finally introducing yourselves, Jesus Christ, you go into the alleyway with him, and you see that he has. Damn it!
He has dropped a dice.
He's
trying to roll for something.
But he's subdued a guard. Like there's a guard sitting down, like propped up against the wall, not knocked out fully, but like really dazed.
All right, I'm going to look at him and say, "All right, okay." So, okay, all right. What's going on?
I took out this soldier, and now we can use him for information. Now we can figure out where that murder was.
All right.
I saw that you needed some information, so I took things into my own hands.
All right, I appreciate it. Probably didn't have to subdue someone for information, but you know what? We're here anyway. What'd you find out? Have you talked to him yet, or
no.
have you? All right,
he hasn't woken up.
All right, let's talk. Oh, right, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's awake, but he's like kind of out of it. So you could slap him a little bit.
Okay, before anything happens, I'm going to use prestidigitation on myself to make myself like in a hoodie or something, like a black cloak, almost a hoodie. I'm gonna look like a no. I just want to make it look like I'm just so you can't see my face. Okay, I don't want him to know who I am.
Okay, so you're obscuring your face with an imagined
like a veil or something.
Yeah, you're wearing a cloak. Like you have robes, you could just.
Oh, I thought I was just wearing like.
You know what you should do? Cast light on yourself, make yourself glow like a holy figure.
Oh, Jesus.
Put on a robe.
Yes.
So that when he wakes up, he thinks he's dead.
Oh my god, we're doing this!
Okay.
I'm doing it!
Okay, so you cast prestidigitation on yourself, you start glowing, and your face is obscured and everything. He starts coming to, and he looks up, and I guess you would understand, Keldagrim wouldn't understand what he's saying, but he screams in the Solgrian language, basically, oh my god.
Okay.
Like, he's screaming.
And then I say, yes, my child.
Roll.
Oh no! I'm gonna botch a roll, aren't I?
Deception. for me.
All right. Oh man, that's a solid 5 plus wherever deception, diplomacy, dungeoneering, or is deception?
They're not alphabetical, which doesn't help.
Ah.
Yeah, there's no deception.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a deception.
There's perception.
Streetwise,
Diplomacy.
maybe?
Am I? Oh, bluff. Pardon
Bluff.
Me. It's bluff.
That's a 6, a total 6.
He doesn't believe you. He sort of like shakes his head and looks around and goes, I'm still in the alley. Who the hell are you? I am a legionnaire.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay, so you punch him in the face. And,
No!
And like he doesn't get completely knocked out because you're not that strong, but he sort of is like kind of dazed again, and he looks around and is confused. He realizes that you're not a deity, but he also can't see your face.
What was the name of the person who got murdered?
There wasn't. You weren't given a name.
Oh, all right.
What was the information we were given about them?
You were both given the information that it was the son of the ruler of this port city. So Lord Saa'raal's son. So Saa'raal Jr. essentially to you right now.
Saa'raal Jr.
Saa'raal Jr.
Old Jr.
Alright, you gabshite. It didn't work. Now give me all the information that you have on the murder.
Okay. The accent is killing me. But so he realizes that he is outnumbered. He's on the ground, and you both have weapons.
And he's facing Jesus.
And he's facing Jesus. No, he did not believe you. And he's facing some hobo that's glowing.
Turn the fucking light off. You're shining it in my eyes.
All right, I'm gonna turn the light off,
gotta
and then
turn
I am gonna cast the veil on my face
Okay.
though, because I really don't want to find out who I am.
All right, so like you're obscured. He knows your face though because
I'm a dwarf in
Yeah.
the city of
in a
elves.
city of non-dwarfs. So, so he explains to you that the son of Lord Saa'raal, Lord Saa'raal is off on a diplomatic mission to another port city. They're just sort of setting up trade deals and things like that. He left his son in charge. Sometime a couple of days ago, a couple of nights ago actually, a Gaeluan named Calavar apparently snuck into the fortress of Saa'raal and slit the throat of Lord Saa'raal's son. He was almost captured by Guard Captain Laval, who is the captain of this detachment of the Legion of Light. And but he managed to escape, and the city is now on high alert. No one is allowed to leave the city or enter the city until Calavar is found and brought to justice.
Okay.
So it was Caval that almost captured him?
Sorry, Laval. Yeah.
Laval.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say to him that you have no reason to trust us right now, but
I definitely don't have reason to trust either of you.
Oh,
You're a dwarf who attacked
You
me.
have no reason not to trust me.
roll persuasion.
No way.
Yes! Come on, I got lots of charisma.
Yeah.
Is there persuasion?
Persuasion should. It's diplomacy, I think, in this.
Okay.
Sorry, all my words are off. So.
Okay.
No, that's not. No, you gotta roll. You got a 1.
You got a 1. That is a critical fail. So in D&D, for people who don't know, if you roll a natural 1, it's a critical fail. Usually something horrible happens to you.
I'm gonna start rolling on this because the paper fucks me up.
If you roll a natural 20, you usually, in combat, you do critical damage, so you do double the damage that you would roll. And outside of combat,
You do hilarious stuff. That is
stuff
awesome.
happens to you. So, you try to what did you ask him again, sorry?
You don't have a reason not to trust me.
So he spits in your face and says, "Dwarven scum." So he's absolutely pissed, and he's actually going to try and get up. So he's going to resist your grappling, you holding him down.
Right, so I'm gonna...
You could let him up, or you can continue.
I'm just gonna bonk him on the head.
Okay, so
Man, we've hurt this guy.
roll to hit.
It's 11 on the d20.
Okay. That misses.
Misses.
His AC, yeah. So you go to...
Fuck.
But I'm going to say, because he's on the ground...
Also, enfeebling
I
strike.
was going to say, oh, yeah. It's not an attack roll, though. Like, his isn't an
But would
attack.
it...
It's just against
yeah.
his armor. You have to beat his armor.
Yeah.
I'll say you're at advantage, though, so you can re-roll your d20. Because he's on the ground.
8 plus 3 again, so 11 again.
Okay, so you don't manage to hit him. So he starts getting up. but now he has to break out of you because you subdued him. So we're gonna roll again, and it's just gonna be adding your strength modifier this time. And
The strength's lower.
yeah, I know.
4 or 5. Shit.
He breaks free. So he stands up, but his weapon, if you remember, clattered away. So he doesn't have a weapon. So he turns around and screams, "Alert! I'm under attack!"
All right, run. I think
What the fuck are you doing?
we gotta run.
You could help.
Well, I'm saying that we should run. If there's more guards coming, I can use prestidigitation on you. You don't know, or they don't know what I look like, so we'd be able to get away scot-free.
Here's what you should do. This is what you should do.
All right, this is like
Use your illusion,
Quickly.
become a guard, stand in front of the alleyway, don't let them in.
okay. All right.
Let me deal with this guy.
All right.
Okay.
I subdued him once, I'll do it again.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
I'm going instead of just a normal guard, I'm going to use a guard captain or some kind of like
Okay.
figure
Something
in
higher
authority.
up.
Roll insight for me.
All right.
So you need to know what that looks
Yeah.
That's a 5
That beats what I rolled.
plus a 7 I would have. So it's like insight
Oh.
is
Okay. So yeah, you know what their armor looks like. It's slightly different than normal Legionnaire armor. So when you prestidigitate into a guard, you are now wearing, at
Yeah.
least it appears that you're wearing guard captain armor. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do exactly what he said and stand in front.
Okay. So you stand out, and a couple of Legionnaires are running towards you, and they draw their weapons because you're not their captain.
Okay.
You're wearing captain armor, but you're not Captain Laval.
Okay.
And they know it.
Okay.
So immediately they draw their weapons and they say, "You there! What are you doing here? What detachment are you from? Rank, insignia." They start screaming for you to show your papers, basically.
Okay. I don't have those.
I know I know exactly what you could do, but I can't tell
No,
you.
you can't tell me.
Because that would be metagaming, a thing that we don't do.
Okay. So I'm going to say that. Well, the town's been on high alert. I'm part of the new patrol unit, and I've been patrolling around. And Captain Guard Laval, which the name you told me earlier, sent me himself. So I've been patrolling around. When we found this guy, this dwarf has been helping me. He's trying to subdue this person who's taken the guard's armor and has a lethal weapon on him. At least that's what we think he has.
Okay, so roll bluff for me.
Okay. 10 plus 1. That's
I
a-
rolled a 1, so that's a critical failure for the guards. So they believe you. They nod and they go, "That makes sense. With the city on high alert, of course he'd call in another captain. What was your name? Sorry, sir." And they stand at attention to salute you.
This is a good chance to set yourself up.
Oh,
Greatness.
what? Yeah, what names? Oh! Can you tell me?
Orgasming? What's wrong with you?
You never told me his name. I was gonna use a guy that's using. Oh man, I unplugged something. All right, it's fine. I was gonna use the name of the guy that's like doing cards and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But
we
you
don't know
didn't
his
tell
name,
me.
we don't know
Okay.
his name.
All right. I'm just gonna make up a name and say
You could just use your own name.
Johnny.
would know you.
I'm gonna say Johnny. My name's actually Matt, but I'm gonna say Johnny. I don't know why.
What an outlandish name.
Yeah. So they look confused and they're like, "Where the hell are you from?" Sorry, sir. We're not here to question. We're here to serve. And so they say, "Captain Johnny," and they stand at attention and are awaiting orders.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell them you guys have to stand back and let this dwarf subdue him. He is a specialist. He came with me to this town. He's a specialist in disarming people who have lethal weapons on them. So you guys got to stand back. We heard a tip.
Do you want us to spread the word, sir?
No, keep it.
Oh, okay.
I like just keep this a closed event. I don't want anyone else knowing that there could be lethal weapons in the city.
Sir, yes, sir. And they stand at attention again, salute, and then they just sort of swivel and walk away.
And in the background, you can just hear me going, "Ah!" Screaming.
So yes, the guards walk away. They seemed pretty convinced that
Hey,
you are a captain,
nice. Okay,
and
good.
they are not involved at all. And they, so they walk away, and they actually tell other guards that are starting to arrive to vacate the premises. That it's false alarm. So they clear everything out.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, that's cutting back to you.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to, in my guard uniform, because I'm not changing back, I'm going to get into the fight with him.
Okay,
So I'm
you-
going to try and
you
subdue
walk
him with
back.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy has had the crap kind of kicked out of him today. He stood up and is resisting you at this point.
Can I use my daily power as a non-combat move? Because it's kind
Yes.
of in the theme of it.
Yeah, only encounter powers have to be in encounters. Dailies can be used outside.
Because this my daily gives -2 to his AC, but it also stuns him.
Okay.
So this would be perfect for the situation.
Okay,
Radiant
so-
Delirium.
So you have to roll to hit him.
Charisma versus Reflex.
Oh, reflex. Okay, so so roll and add your charisma modifier.
Which is like one of my highest. Okay. I need to stop rolling on the paper. It doesn't flip.
Go ahead and re-roll it on the actual.
Well, it wasn't
It's not a bad
roll.
roll. I'll try it again. I'll probably get like a 1 now. Okay, that's not a 1. That's a 22.
Okay, so he doesn't dodge that at all.
Yeah, just
So-
big beam of light.
Yeah, so basically a beam, and you find it a little bit strange because he seems to be calling upon divine energy, and it's gray. Like this
Oh,
gray
alright.
light appears and just sort of smashes into the guard, and he falls back down to the ground.
Alright.
He isn't knocked out, but he is completely stunned. He can't move.
What the beam that you're seeing, it's not just gray, but it's like there's like the light is being ripped away from that area that it's occupying.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Alright.
cool.
Yeah,
That's-
like
okay.
The ambient light is like
Yeah, just being
refracted.
being ripped away and
Being
like
a mage
torn.
user and knowing like all the magical arts, I probably haven't seen something like that. If
Yeah,
this
you
is where
haven't
this is
seen
going.
that kind of like arcane
Okay.
magic, but at the same time, he's a dwarf, and you
Ah,
don't
okay.
really know much about
Alright.
their.
I'm on high alert though. I'm
It
watching
is
you.
strange to you though that a red dwarf would be using magic, but that's not as strange as the actual magic itself.
Okay.
To you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, red dwarves don't like magic. Forgot to mention that.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
They see it as weak.
So the guard's unconscious now.
No, he's awake, but he's stunned. He can't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start asking him a couple more questions then, or like
Okay.
try and
Yeah,
get a
go ahead.
coherent response.
What do we want to know though?
I want to know where Captain Guard Laval is.
That was my next thing. Is like we need to find him because he was the last person to see whoever it was that committed the crime.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk to him. So yeah, let's ask that.
Okay. So yeah, roll and then add
So is that is that a 6 or
there should be a line under to let you know.
there
if it's
isn't though? There's a okay. So that is a 6 because that's a 9.
Okay. Yeah.
So 6 plus 6, 12.
Okay. Yeah. So he's kind of frightened of you at this point because you just smashed him into the ground using magic. And the Solguria are, even though he's not a mage, they're a more magically inclined race. So the fact that
Yeah.
you were the one to do it and not the Solguria with you has startled him. And so he responds and he says, "Guard Captain Laval's in the fortress. He's taken up residence near the scene of the murder until it's solved." And
Okay.
and then he says like, please don't hurt me.
Okay, so what I'm gonna step in here and just kind of talk to him a little bit, and I'm not really trying to get anything out of him. I'm just letting him know. And the thing I was gonna say before the whole like thing happened is, you have no reason to trust us. However, I want you to know, you have our word. We're not here to cause trouble. We're not here. We weren't the ones. We had nothing to do with the murder. But I just, from a person that you obviously can't trust, we're not here to like do any harm. So
He seems kind of confused because you were rambling. But he.
And I also just beat the fuck.
I was
out
gonna
of
say,
him.
yeah, and your friend just beat the crap out of him. Roll persuasion for me,
all right,
or whatever it is.
Diplomacy.
that's a 5 plus a 1. That is a 6.
He seems persuaded.
No
so
way.
He's
even though-
delirious.
Yeah, he's kind of out of it. Also, I rolled terribly.
And he's more likely to believe us if he's about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay,
He's,
yeah.
he's terrified of Keldagrim, but Barlock, right?
Barlock, yeah.
He seems to be okay with you. He's not happy, but he seems persuaded that that you're not here with the intention to kill him at least.
Okay.
And because he's intimidated, I would say that he sort of says like I won't tell anyone about this. Like,
Okay.
I just want to go home to my family.
Okay.
I want to do a perception check to look at his armor or gear and just see if there's anything of value. Or any not necessarily just to loot him, but like if there's anything important, like if there's an insignia or something I could take from him.
All right. So go
He's
ahead.
got a real nice watch. Oh.
1.
So,
You go blind.
1. You fall in love.
I was gonna say, I don't know exactly how to.
God damn it.
So you sort of look him up and down, and you have a momentary. I don't know. I don't know how to ruin this for you. So actually, I'll say that
start
as
feeling
you're
a way
looking,
you never felt
looking
before.
him up and down.
Well, okay, how about this? I'm looking up and down a bloodied soldier, and it brings back memories of childhood suppressed.
Oh, Jesus, we're going dark. with this. All right.
Suppressed childhood memories of war, and
Okay.
He's gonna be looking like, and I'm gonna be
I'll look at
standing
him
there
and
like,
just kind of stare off into the distance and basically do the exact opposite of what I was trying to do, become distracted and
Okay.
not pay attention anymore.
So because it's a critical fail, I'm gonna say that because you're distracted, he takes the opportunity to get up, and like he's no longer stunned, and he takes off, and
All
he's just bolting, crying. he's distraught, but he's not screaming for help or anything. He's just getting the hell
running.
out.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fair. That's
Let's
fair.
just leave him. We don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Who cares?
You're
Who fucking
emotionally
cares?
scarred. He's emotionally scarred. We're even. It's fine.
He's physically scarred.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's gonna go home to
All
his
right.
wife, and he's gonna be like, "I fell down the stairs."
It's nothing. It's nothing. Spousal abuse is not.
Yeah.
Why is the top of your head all burnt and crispy?
Oh man,
Those were some messed up stairs.
it was hot out today. The stairs are pretty
It was
warm.
hot. Okay, so you're just sort of standing in the slums now. Guards escaped, and you know that the city's on lockdown. Calavar is a murderer at large, and the last person to see him was Guard Captain Laval, who is in the fortress to the north. You know, Barlock, that the mage in the slums has outstanding debts with
Yep.
the man in the docks, who we'll refer to henceforth as Old Man. Yeah, and that's basically the extent of your knowledge at this point. I think that's a good place to stop for this episode, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, take care.